Hi, this is Zach here with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 27th of August. Starting off with the S&P, which is looking good in the sense that we've managed to avoid testing the floor of that rising trend channel from April. Decent price action yesterday, closing at the high, and also tending or on the threatening rather to break that July resistance line in the RSI window through RSI 62. That would effectively snap the negative divergence that we have between the higher August resistance and lower RSI trace. Top of the channel there from April as high as 66.30, which is what we're looking for by the end of next month, while we remain above the floor of the channel around the 6,400 level. Worst case scenario at the moment, probably a test of the 50-day line, 62.87, but given the setup and the RSI 50 rebound, or RSI plus 50 rebound, looks as though the next move here could actually be to the upside. Moving along to the situation at Nasdaq 100, here you can see a similar recovery for this market, higher low versus the original August support, and supporter coming in above the 50-day line at 23,000, and also the floor of the channel at the same level. Initial target here at 24,300, which is the top of that rising trend channel from April. Best case by the end of next month up to 25,600, although I suppose we take baby steps at this stage. RSI just under 56 with an RSI 50 plus rebound helping the cause and making it look as though we should be able to hit 24,000 pretty quickly. Moving along to the stocks, and here we have one or two interesting setups at the moment. The first situation is one that hopefully will have legs over the near term. It comes in the form of Brilliant Earth. Here you can see that the setup we have is a V-shaped bull flag. In fact, a cross between a V-shaped and a W shape. We've broken the center of the W there around $2.36, and looking for further progress within a rising trend channel up towards the $4 area, looking for that by the end of next month, while we remain above the mid 230s, and which was also actually the January resistance area at the start of the year. The other point to note is the way that we've got a golden cross. We had a golden cross yesterday, and also we had a gap close buy signal yesterday, or actually, strictly speaking, probably the day before, the session before. So looking very strong indeed on Brilliant Earth. Next on the list is a stock which hopefully will deliver the goods as well for the bulls. And looking at the current setup within a broadening triangle there in Invivyd, and here you can see a broadening triangle, top of the triangle there heading towards the $1.30 level versus just over $1 at the moment, and ideally we stay above recent broken resistance in the upper 80s on an end of day close basis. Island reversal as well, double bear trap island reversal, so gapping down twice and then gapping up just to sort out the bears once and for all. Interesting situation coming up with the next stock, and here, if I can type it out properly, we can see that we've got Lightwave logic, and here break a recent neckline resistance around the $2.80 level, and above that, looking at the top of the rising trend channel from February, as high as $5 by the end of next month. Nice setup at Masterbeef, and here the situation is that we've been bouncing off a rising 50-day, rising 200-day moving average rather, around the $5.76 level. Above that, looking for the 50-day line and the top of the channel there, the mid-channel line, I suppose, up to $11 by the end of next month. Ideally, the shares stay above or on the right side of $7, which is basically Monday resistance. On to another situation which I think we've covered before and is looking good at the moment. Here we've an unfilled gap to the upside, bouncing above the 200-day moving average here, just in fact, which is a very, very strong signal, bouncing above that on Friday, and that suggests that we should have enough gas in the tank to hit $2.30, which is basically post-May resistance. by the end of next month. If you're cautious, you wait for an end of the day close through the 50-day moving average, $1.49. The next chart is one which is Oriental culture, and here we've had a bear trap rebound from below the rising 200-day line, $3.19. Above that, looking for a minimum at the 50-day moving average, $5.10, and looking for that over the next couple of weeks. Ideally, we stay on the right side of $3.50, which was resistance on the way down for that particular stock. Richtec Robotics is next. Obviously, a very hot area at the moment. Here you can see that we've broken above, but not only the $2.30 resistance area, but also the old May resistance around $2.90. Above that, looking for up to $5 by the end of next month, which is the top of the rising trend channel from November, and also the initial 2025 resistance. We've covered the following stock quite a few times before. It's called Rich Sparkle, which doesn't perhaps sound like the world's greatest company, but what you can see here is that top of the channel there from back in July up towards the $63 level. We're looking for that over the next week or so, while we're above recent broken support at, let's call it $44. Interestingly named stock coming up next, Steakholder Foods, and here it's a broadening triangle base. Top of the triangle there heading for 108, $1.08, and we're looking at that while we remain above recent broken resistance, the resistance of Friday, around the $66 area, so above 66, looking for $1 plus on Steakholder Foods. The last two are next. The first one is VS Media, and here, rising trend channel, top of the channel there around $2.15. We're looking for that by the end of next month, while we remain above recent broken resistance at the $1.57 level. So hopefully a simple setup there. RSI 50 rebound, and also a rebound of late above the rising 50-day line. So good leading indicators on the upside. Finishing off with a familiar face, and it comes in the form of Veritone. Here you can see a rising trend channel pushed through the 200-day line as well, around $2.40. That leaves us looking for as much as, $3.50 as a minimum, perhaps up to as high as $4 by the end of next month. If we can get a quick push through the $3 area. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.